Hello everybody, Elias5891 here with another KTANE module tutorial. This time we're going to look at the valves module. This one is edge work dependent, requires the serial number, which we have up here. Is the diffuser, very simple. You're going to push some things at the end, and when it comes to giving information, you're just going to read off the colors of the three valves and the colors of the base. And as you get more familiar with it, you won't have to do that. But in this case, white, black, white, gold. Gold, and I'll go ahead and jot down the serial number. Alright, so there's three valves. To solve, we have to put in the target. We start by adding the digits of the serial number. 3 plus 0 plus 4, in this case, is 7. If the sum is 0, which would be your unicorn, so to speak, this is your target, and you're done. Our goal is to find a target combination. So if the sum is 0, we have it immediately, we're done. Otherwise, we're going to find the current combination in the position of that sum on this list. We said the sum is 7, so that's going to be white, white, black. Next, we're going to look at the first character of the serial number. If it's a number, we're going to move backwards that many spaces. If it's a letter, we're going to take its position, we're going to mod 10, and we're going to move forward or down that many positions. And we're going to wrap as necessary. So, since we're at 7 to start, if we go 3, 3 is a number, so we're going to move back. So we're going to move back from 7 to 4. So I'm going to put a 7 here, so we remember this is where we started. And then this is going to be 4, which is white, white, white. Now what do? Well, if none of the valves in the combination you land on match the same valve in the same current combination, you keep moving until you hit one. We have some repeats here, so that's fine. That's not the case. If exactly one valve matches, switch that valve. If two valves match, switch the non-matching valve. So to kind of simplify these two rules here into one, if you got one oddball, one that matches or one that doesn't match only, swap the oddball. So in this case, notice the first one matches, second one matches, third one doesn't. Third one's our oddball, is the only non-match, so we're going to switch the third one. So we're going to invert the value of our third one. It was black, but now we're going to invert it, and it's white. So this is kind of our lookup, and this is our current combination. So we changed the third because it was different. Otherwise, if the valves match the current combination exactly, this is the target. So that's kind of our goal, is to get where we look up what we're on, or run out of characters. Because we're going to repeat these steps with each serial number character using the new combination as the current combination. So we're going to use white, white, white as our basis at number 4, and we're going to reapply this rule with the second character. It's an I, it's a letter, so we're going to move forward, and we're going to move forward 9 spaces. 9 spaces added to 4 gives us 13, which is white, white, black. It looks like we're going to undo what we just did. The oddball is the last one, so we're going to swap the last one. White becomes black. That was my second serial number character. So let's space these out just a little more. I think we'll put serial number characters in so we make sure we hit them all. This was the 3. This was the I. Next up is 0, T, N. So we know which characters we're getting. Alright, next up, 0. Well, 0 means we're going to move backwards 0, so we're going to stay on 13. Our lookup is white, white, black. Let's compare that to our current combination of white, white, black. We have a perfect match, so we're done. That is our target. So our answer is white, white, black. Well, what does that mean? Let's look. After all, we got the target. If a valve is black on the top, then the answer is opposite. So notice the second one here was black on top, so we're going to put the opposite of what we think we need here. If the material of the value is silver, all answers flip. A shaded, a white, means you push it, and a shaded, a black, means you push it, and an open circle, a white one, means you don't push it. And once you start pushing things, you have 3 seconds before it submits. So, our target was white, white, black. We don't have silver, so we don't invert everything. But if a valve is black on top, then the answer for that valve is going to be the opposite. The second valve was black from what we were told by the diffuser, so we're going to swap the second one. That gives us white, black, black, and we're going to press the blacks. So our answer is press 2 and 3 down. We give it 3 seconds to submit, and it's done. A little bit of a weird module. Let's try another one.
All available experts, please report to
From the diffuser we get the valves are black, white, black, and it's silver. Serial number is J, I'm going to go ahead and jot it down here, J32Z November 5. And let's begin. J32ZN5. Alright, so to start with, we take the sum of the digits. 3 and 2 and 5 makes 10. So we're going to start at lookup 10. Black, black, white. Now we'll go to J. J is a letter, so we're going to take its alphabetic position, modulo 10. That's 10 modulo 10 is 0. So we're going to move down 0. That gives us black, black, white. And lo and behold, our lookup matches the current. That's our answer. Very little work to do with the serial number this time. So black, black, white is what we're going to end up with. But we got to manipulate it. Remember, if the valves themselves are black, we're going to invert the answers. So we're going to invert the second one, or the first one, and the second or third one. Don't know my numbers today. We're going to invert 1 and 3 because 1 and 3 were black. And then because the value is silver, we're going to invert everything. So we're going to invert them all. So one shortcut you can take is if it's gold, switch the blacks. If it's silver, switch the whites. Because the white, black button and the silver are going to cancel out and leave it the way it was before. But technically speaking, black switches 1 and 3. Silver switches all of them. Black, white, white is my answer, so I press 1. And just 1.
All personnel, please return to your stations.
One more that has maybe a few more steps than that one.
Experts, please report to room A9.
White, 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 gold. Serial S38XZ5. S38XZ5. We sum them up. 3 plus 8 plus 5. 8 and 8, 16. 16 is white. You've got to be kidding me. Okay. We don't have black, white, black. Perfect. We're going to start here. We do serial number. S is 19. So we're going to move down 19. We're going to move down 19 from S. That's going to be 25 we look up. 25 is white, black, white. We have one difference. That's the middle piece. So we're going to swap the middle piece. Middle piece was white. We're going to change it to black. I'm actually going to lowercase the one, or lowercase the others, only uppercase the one I change. Next step, a 3. It's a number, so we're going to move up 3 spaces. That's going to put us at 22. 22 is white, black, white. Well, we shortcut it again. White, black, white matches our current. So that's our answer, white, black, white. All the buttons are white, so we're not going to invert any. It's gold, so we're not going to invert any. So our answer is just that second one. Let's try one more.
All
Maybe we'll get an
personnel
exciting
to
one.
evacuate to your nearest lot and report to your supervisor.
Black, black, white, silver, which means in the end we're only going to swap the third one. First and second will swap because they're black, all will swap because they're silver. So net effect will be the third one swaps. Serial 268 TV2. 268 TV2. And we start with our sum, which was 18. 18 is black, black, black. That's where we start. We have a 2, it's a number, so we're going to go up 2 slots. That puts us at 16. 16 is white, white, white. Ah, this rule we haven't used yet. If, here it is, if none of the valves in the combination you land on match the valve in the current combination, keep moving in the same direction until at least one does. So we can't do white, 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 because it doesn't match any of black, black, black. So we're actually going to have to go another space. So instead of 16 minus 2, we're going to go 15, which gives us black, white, white. Comparing that to our current, the first one is the only one that's the same, so we're going to swap the first one. Since the first one, we'll slide this over for a second, matches, but the other two don't, the first one's what we swap. So the first one goes from black to white. Next up is a 6. It's a number, so we're going to go up. We're going to subtract 6 to look up 9. 9 is white, black, white. If we compare that to our current, the difference is the third one. First two match, third one does not. So we're going to swap the third one. White, black, white. Next up is an 8. Again, number, so we're going up, we're subtracting. It's going to give us 01. 01 is black, black, white. Compare that. The difference is the first one. The other two match. Since the first one is different, we're going to swap the first one. Black, black, white now. Next up is a T. T is 20, but we modulo 10, so it's a 0. Black, black, white, black, black, white. We have a match. So, our answer is black, black, white, but we're going to swap the first two from what we were given by the diffuser. And then since it's silver, we're going to invert them all. So our final answer is black, 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 which means we press all 3. This is going to be probably wrong. I'm not going to work this last one out. But more than likely, you'll occasionally get a point where the answer is white, white, white. Well, you got to push something down, right? Well, the trick is if you push something and then you click it again, it counts as if it wasn't pushed. So it counts it as a white, as a non-push. So if you get white, 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 just click something so that you can start the timer. Unclick it, and that'll submit white, white, white. And that's how valves works. I'll leave this one on screen if you want to work this one. It's a white, white, black, gold. Serial ED1 FM0. Might be a slightly more interesting one than normal. Take a second to work it. We'll solve it real quick. Okay. We're going to start with 1, the sum, black, black, white. E is plus 5, so we're going to move from slot 1 to slot 6. 6 is white, white, white. Only difference is the last one, or only match rather is the last one. So we're going to switch the last one. Next up's a D, the letter 4, so we're going to go 4 more down. 10 is black, black, white. The only difference is the last one, so we're going to swap it back. Next up is a 1, so we're going to move up 1 to 9. White, black, white. The first one differs. Next up, F down 6 gives us 15. Black, white, white. The last one is the only one that matches, so we'll swap it back. Next up is M, modulo 10. That's going to give us 3. Puts us at 18. Black, black, black. Only difference is the first one. And then last up is a 0, so we stay put. Black, black, black. That's a perfect match. That's our answer. Black, black, black. Since they're gold, we're not going to flip them all, but the third one was black, so we're going to swap it. Black, black, white. 1 and 2 are your answer. And that, my friends, is how you do valves. It's not a super hard module, but it's one that requires some lookups. Easy to maybe flip something around. I really like this one. So that's it for me. Comments, questions, concerns, suggestions, as always, leave them down below. Until next time, guys, have fun, don't explode.